What's cracking, y'all? You are now watching Boo TV. Appreciate you for stopping in. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified, and let's get into the topic for today.
The Golden State Warriors got crushed by the Minnesota Timberwolves, who actually came out with a purpose in Game 2 after going down in Game 1, losing home court advantage to a, you might as well say, Steph Curry-less Golden State Warriors for the majority of the game. Really not going to get into the game details. I think everybody expected the Golden State Warriors to get smacked in Game 2, and that's exactly what happened. This is a message for Jimmy Butler. All I keep hearing is playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. Wait for playoff Jimmy. We're going to get playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. And Jimmy Butler's game a lot of the time is he just kind of fits into the offense, especially if there's other players capable of stepping up. Doesn't try to disrupt anything. Provides defense all the time. But as far as offensively, he kind of chooses when to, assert his foot on the pedal. Me personally, I'm not a fan of that. I get it, and it works as long as the team is winning. But I've seen him also in situations where the team needs him to be assertive and aggressive offensively, and he doesn't always do it. And I'm talking more in the regular season. I feel like if you have the capability to be that guy, and we've seen you be that guy in the playoffs, hence the name Playoff Jimmy, though I think it's a bit overrated, but I get it. And when your Miami Heat team needs you in a regular season and they're struggling and you're not performing to that capacity, I have a problem with that. That's my only problem with Jimmy Butler. And maybe he chose not to do it because of how disgruntled he was in Miami. But to me, I have a problem with that too, because at the end of the day, be a professional. Be a professional. But anyway, playoff Jimmy. Now, the Golden State Warriors need you more than they ever did to be playoff Jimmy. I better see this offensively aggressive playoff Jimmy. They need you, buddy. No Steph Curry? As we've seen in Game 2, this team cannot score without Steph Curry. The offense is completely disrupted. It is so much harder to get buckets. You are the only reliable source for offense as far as creating an isolation and creating for other people through your playmaking based off the attention you draw. See, Draymond Green's playmaking is built into the offensive system, and he's good at it. But you have the potential to playmake based off your ability. Jimmy Butler, you have to step up now. You have to be hyper aggressive on both ends of the floor. At least until Steph Curry gets back at a minimum. I picked the Golden State Warriors to win the series, and if Steph Curry can get back in time for a Game 5 with the series tied 2-2, I definitely still think they have a chance. All the Warriors need to do is at least win one of these games at home. If they can do that and buy Steph Curry enough time to be back by Game 5, assuming he can be back by Game 5, then I think they'll be in an okay position. But they cannot drop both of these games in Golden State. They cannot. And it's going to take Jimmy Butler playing at a very elite level and showing us playoff Jimmy for that to happen. I expect the role players to get a boost of adrenaline and play better at home. I don't know which ones are going to show up, but I expect some of them to show up. But Jimmy Butler's going to have to be that guy. He's going to have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. What I saw from Jimmy in Game 2, he wasn't aggressive enough offensively without Steph Curry. Ant Edwards got injured, went to the locker room, came back in the game. And him and Jimmy Butler played the same amount of minutes. I think 34 minutes apiece. Their stats were damn near identical from a scoring perspective. 34 minutes, they both shot 6 for 13 from the field. They both shot 2 for 4 from 3. Jimmy, that's not enough. That's what Anthony Edwards was doing hurt. Jimmy, I say again, If the playoff Jimmy thing is true, and I know you have it in you, we've seen it. It doesn't happen as consistently as some people may like you to think, but it happens from time to time. It has to happen now. I'm not saying win both games at Golden State, but keep your head above water and at least get one of these at home, assuming Steph Curry's come back. If you can get both at home, that's even better. But that's going to be a very tall order. A very tall order. Especially seeing that Ant Edwards is probably going to continue to play. At this point, y'all just need to buy Steph Curry enough time. That's all you need to do. People are counting the Warriors out. I'm not counting the Warriors out. If Steph Curry can come back by Game 5, I'm not counting them out. I'm absolutely not. Because they can win one at home. Off Butler's strength and the strength of a couple role players coming along with him. They can get it done. I know they can. But if Jimmy is just some ho-hum player, they're not going to win. I can't see it happening. I can't see him getting enough production from the bench to make up for a ho-hum scoring performance from Jimmy Butler. Butler has to exert his dominance. And on a slightly lighter note, this isn't a video about him, but Buddy Hield is going to have to be a legitimate three-point threat. He's got to hit his three-point shots. He's got to. You got people calling Jimmy Butler and Anthony Edwards the son of Jordan. Jordan's son. That seems to be a popular thing on social media. Jordan's son. Jordan's son. Me personally, I don't think any of these guys are Jordan's son. I think they're both a bit overrated. I like both of them. I love Jimmy and Edwards. But I think they're a bit overhyped to some degree. There's only one guy in the history of the league that I would ever consider Jordan's son, and Jordan considers him his little brother. Just saying. Anyway, that's all I got to say about it, folks. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, stay notified, and catch you on the next one. We out, baby.